Hello, this is John, host of the MGTow is Freedom channel, a channel about men going their own way. Men saying, I have the penis, right? Men being in charge of their own lives. Men discounting, totally pissing away, throw away the gynocentric model, the feminist model, the average social standard model, throw it all away and live your own life. That's right. So, before getting to the meat of the video, I'm going to cover some basic ground here. If you're not a subscriber, do it now. Thumbs up this video, all MGTow videos, all channels, all time, anytime you see them, so that YouTube makes this subject matter one that they recommend to more and more people. I know getting a MGTow viral movement is kind of unlikely, but at least we can get a huge groundswell of men saying, I'm not playing that fucking game anymore. I'm not playing that game. So let's talk about that game, right? It is the blue pill gynocentric model. And as a Myers-Briggs personality type, I am an INTJ. As an INTJ, I love to use analogies, right? So I liken the blue pill model for getting a woman as going to a new car lot, okay? It's like going to a new car lot. It is high pressure, right? You've got to find the car you like, right? The girl, you got to woo it. You got to bring it flowers. Can you imagine you going to a car lot and having to bring flowers to the car salesman, right? Just to get the car? It's ridiculous, right? You got to kiss the car's ass, right? You got to kiss the salesman's ass to get the car. Right? You got to swallow all types of bullshit, right? It's ridiculous when you compare buying a woman to a car. And the comparison is not ridiculous because we're talking about things like you're being forced to buy it, right? You get a short-term lease program and then you have to buy. Tons of pressure. Why is a woman like buying a car? Well, there's no warranty. Well, it's implied, but it's not expressly in the document, right? There's no warranty. There's no guarantee you're going to get what you want out of this. It comes with a high interest rate, right? Your payments are huge, and then secret fees are on there. The fees for owning a woman is, oh, you didn't know that I require a special dinner once a month just for me? Shit like that, right? Special things put in there. Oh, and she demands a present at every holiday. She likes cash bonuses. She wants you to send her on vacations and then even give her special time to herself, right? That's the high interest rate, the special fees that you don't see, right? Kind of like when you go to buy a used car, they go, you're going to need that wash and wax special we have and the special undercoating cost. You pay for that now, and then you have to do it once a year, and then you have to do all of your maintenance with us and come on in. If you want to guarantee that your warranty can be upheld, and you're like, well, yeah, I want my warranty, and they're like, well, then you got to pay extra money for that, and you find out that it's only an implied warranty, it's not guaranteed, right? And like a new car, there is massive depreciation with women, right? You start with them. They're like a new car. The very best days are those earliest miles. Right? That's the best it's going to be, and it just goes downhill from there. The return, the value, the satisfaction of driving it goes down. Right? Why? Because she's a fucking bitch. They turn into bitches. You start realizing, I was really in love with the idea of this car, woman. And the more I drove it around, the less I realized it wasn't what it was sold to me as. It wasn't all it was cracked up to be. It's not a great deal. I mean, you start thinking, what the fuck happened? And the value is just depreciating. And you go, is there any trade-in value on this? And you're like, no. It's like a lease that I pay for the whole car, and I don't get to trade it in for anything, right? And at the end of you going, I've had it with this car, right? I've got zero equity in it. All I've done is pay, right? There's no warranty. There's extra hidden costs. It depreciates in value and operation all the time. I want to get out of this car. And then, bam, you get hit with a massive balloon payment at the end, right? That's what happens. You're like, fuck, in order to get rid of this car, I got to trade in half of my shit? And that's not to get a new car. That's just to get out of the old car. It's not like you got trade-in value, right? Bad deal. Bad deal. So that's the analogy of a car. Now, why is it that men have had to resort, men like me, MGTOW, to comparing a relationship with a woman to a business arrangement? What the fuck happened? It used to be a personal relationship, a family commitment. That's what marriages and relationships used to be about. Long-term togetherness, companionship. What happened was women got rights. Women started to abuse those rights. Women are irresponsible. Women are shitty. They turned a marriage, right? They turned it into a business relationship where when it's all over, they go to court and sue you for half the business. They are the cunts who have turned marriage into business because they demanded divorce. They demanded the ability to easily divorce. And then they went to court and demanded half of the assets. They've turned the entire institution of marriage into a business arrangement. So now us, MGTOW, we go, hey, I'm going to run this fucking thing like a business. And we look at the woman and we go, you're a bad investment. And we look at this one over here and go, sticker price, shock, get the fuck out of here. And you look at another one and go, it just doesn't perform. It underperforms. And you look at another one and go, I wouldn't drive that car if you paid me. Okay, so how do MGTOW deal with women, right? We treat it more like shopping at a discount rental lot, right? We're not there to buy. We're there just to rent. We want to drive it first and keep driving it. And there's a speedy return policy. It's called, there's the fucking door. Right? We don't have to go through this business arrangement. It's a pay-as-you-go. Pay by the mile is MGTOW. Right? The speedy return is the side of the road. Get the fuck out. Right? I'm tired of your shit. There's no loss. Right? The only loss you have is the loss you have anywhere else in life. And that is the loss of your time, the use of your time. So as MGTOW, we say, hey, my life is valuable. My time is valuable. And I'm only going to spend it with people who value me as much as I value them. So when you get into a relationship with a woman who doesn't value you, who makes it all about her time, and I'm referring back to my it is MGTOW time video. It's your time too, and your time is more valuable within a dollar sense, and it's your life. So if you're not getting the value out of that, out of here, right? So there's a no-loss policy with these MGTOW programs. You're like, there's the door, get the fuck out. She doesn't get to take your shit. There's no special or hidden fees that you have to pay. Sure, if you want that special maintenance fee called bigger plastic titties, you can pay for that upgrade, right? You can go, all right, go get them titties. I'll shell out $5,000 for them, right? If you want to do that. But guess what? You can go right back to the car lot and not pay for those up front. You just rent the fucking car. Why are you paying for an improvement on a car that you don't intend to keep? Or that the car is going to get stolen by someone else, right? I love this car analogy. And there's no worries. See, this is a great thing that they have. That these women try and play with themselves. They're like, this is a limited time investment opportunity with me. And you're like, get the fuck out. Limited time, my ass, right? You go, okay, move aside. Okay, there goes one Corvette. And you're like, there's another good-looking Corvette. And you can take that one. It could already come with the titty upgrade, right? There's nothing worse than getting a bad car. You like undress and you're like, oh man, I got a bunch of work to do on this one, right? Trim the fucking bush, right? Get the proper tan, the coat I like. You got to do all that work. Just go back to the lot and get another one. There's no down payment, right? There's no hidden cost that you have to pay, right? There's no pressure if you're MGTOW. Right? You don't have to keep this car. There's no sales pressure. But when you go for the traditional blue pill relationship, it's all high pressure. It's all hidden costs. Huge interest, massive depreciation, balloon payment at the end. Bullshit. Throw it out. Get it out of your life. Right? Women are like cars. right? How are you going to do it? Right? You can go get a nice model from 5 years ago that was in top prime condition. You're going to pay a little less for it because it's used, but you're not planning on keeping it anyways, right? But if you ever want to buy one of them, that's also your option. But just know if you buy one of them, there is that massive balloon payment at the end. Once you buy one, you're dealing with that depreciation, right? So you better get the kind of car that works harder and harder every year, right? You better think about it, right? Just buying a car because it's cool today, whew, in 5 years you're going to be going, what did I get myself into? And as far as the business versus a personal relationship, that is women's fault for fucking men. The moment they could get a divorce, the moment they could steal half your shit, it started. It became a business arrangement. What do I get out of this? Is what a MGTOW should say. And if you're not going to win, if you can't take her shit, and this is the catch-22. If she's got something and you've got something, then you both get nothing. But she's going to be, and if she's got more, then you know she's either stolen it from another man or her work is more important than you, and therefore you're never going to have the personal satisfaction out of her. Unless you're just taking her for a Friday night joyride. Or a Saturday night joyride, or whatever the night of the week it is you like your joyrides. Right? But if you're not planning on keeping her, that's probably the best way to go. Buy the mile, rent as you go. That's just the way I see it. And women, this is all your fucking fault. You did it, not us. Right? We've been paying the way for thousands of years and covering your sorry asses. And then you get into a point where you've got rights. Right? You get your rights and all you do is abuse them because you're immoral. Women are immoral. So while I'm on here, there have been a lot of women jumping in and out of here and even some white knights. And I'll address that in another video. Okay, and thank you for clicking sponsors. Thank you for clicking on the support button for fan funding. That's been great. I get whatever I get, $4 or $5 here and there. It's cool. It's really cool. After a few days, it adds up to a selection of cigars and a bottle of scotch, and I'm good for the next week. It is great. Now, you guys are really, really contributing to my delinquency. And, when you do something like this, I come on here and I try to put a video out a day. When you guys click on the sponsors or sponsor me, and especially when you comment, right? It shows that what I'm doing has value. You appreciate it and you want to assist, right? You want to help other men see MGTOW. And it feels good to get shit off your chest, right? And I come on here and kind of rant about topics. You guys get to rant in your comments. And if some stupid woman is dumb enough to come on here, we get to fucking rag at them because they usually say stupid shit. Right? So anyways, right? Thank you guys very much. And remember, above all else, I love to come on here and not only give information, but I love to encourage men to be men. There is no shame in being a man. There should be no guilt. You should be able to get up in the morning, grab a big handful of your cojones, right? And say, I'm the man, I have the penis, right? It's my life. My life, right? Tired, don't put yourself down. Don't depreciate yourself. Don't undervalue yourself and let someone else convince you you're not worth it. And you need to sacrifice yourself for them in order to have a meaningful life. That's feminist bullshit. That's gynocentric psychology at work, fucking your brains up. All right, so for now, Semper Fi. You guys rock.